There are thousands of DOS games. Most of them are terrible. I play one selected at random with a 20-minute time limit and record it live. This is the result. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another random DOS game show, and you can probably hear the smile on my face. That is the Spectrum Holobyte logo. But this is Tetris Classic. Yeah, you heard me right. So, I've never actually played Tetris Classic, but looks like we've got a menu with various options: head-to-head, dual pit mode, competitive mode, cooperative mode, and single player. So, let's just start the game, I guess. I mean, we've the option between keyboard and mouse. There are more options there, but listen to this music. Fantastic. So let's start the game and see how badly I do. Okay, so there's some nice classical music, courtesy of our sound font. Very nice. And for those of you who aren't aware, I am hideously bad at Tetris. Like, ridiculously so. So we'll see how level 1 goes. This could be a car wreck, we'll see. So the goal of Tetris is to fit pieces together, like so. And different blocks all fall down, different shapes. You get to see what the block is. You can see in the corner there, the right hand side even, what block is going to fall next. So you're not going to be shocked or surprised. And the music has decided to stop, which is interesting, leaving me with just the pieces. Maybe that was just an introductory piece of music. I mean, not pieces in block. This could be a long one. We shall see. You know when you're uniquely unsuited towards a game, but as part of the, premise of the show, I take on all games. Yeah, this is one of those. This is not going to be pretty. Oh, I've already messed up there. So that square. See, I can't put it down to the right side because it'll block off that line that I'm trying to form. Okay, let's get rid of this first line, shall we? I think that's in line. Also, look at the beautiful pixel art. Oh, the music has started up again. That's very nice. Thank you. There we go. We've got a line down. But unfortunately, we've messed up all the other lines. So, yeah. I also hate this shape. Oh, no. It's gonna be a disaster, folks. So the original Tetris came out on the Electronica back in, I believe it was 84, maybe a little earlier, in the Soviet Union, by a guy called Alexei Pajitnov, I think his name was. There's a whole movie about it now, courtesy of Apple, I think. Strange. But yeah, he made the original Tetris on a machine that wasn't MS-DOS. It was a mainframe, I believe, or some kind of server rack. But anyway, a little while later, they released a Soviet Union DOS version, I believe. But this Spectrum Holobyte version is, I want to say it's the first proper commercial big box release of Tetris. I might be wrong about that, but yeah, it plays very well, and it's got a sort of presentation to it that only one of the bigger studios could have managed at the time. And look at that, I'm getting some lines down, so it's not all a disaster. I did a video a while back of me playing SNES Tetris with Lady Karina, one of my subscribers, who also happens to live with me and is my girlfriend. She's truly enjoying that experience. And we played 2-player competitive, not cooperative. That would have been much better. Could I beat her? No. She had played some of her version of Tetris and was able to just roundly destroy me to the point where I just threw up my hands and I was like, nope, never again. And we haven't played Tetris together since. I did get my own back in a way though, because I introduced her to Mario Kart, and that did not go well. So I can beat her at Mario Kart, but when it comes to falling blocks, I'm in trouble. I don't like, there I said it, I don't like the start-stop nature of the score. I don't know whether that's because of my sound choice, or whether, something else is going on, or whether it's by design, but yeah, it seems start-stop. But the thing is, the original Tetris, I don't think had any music. You know that piece of music that everyone associates with Tetris now? I believe that was the SNES and Game Boy versions that had that from Nintendo. Oh, I'm on to the next level. I got enough lines that it decided to change the backdrop and change the music. And we've got some violin, and I'd like to think that was a tuba. Might be wrong about that. But I believe I might be wrong again. I keep saying that this episode. But it sounds like traditional Russian folk music, or something very similar. Speaking of Russian, I recently watched it's not quite a documentary, but it was a drama series set in the Soviet Union called Chernobyl, and that was excellent, I have to say. So if you get a chance, give that a watch. Not sure how historically accurate it is. They did introduce a character that had, didn't exist. So if they're willing to do that, I don't know how accurate the rest of it is. And it's a pretty powerful condemnation of what was going on in the Soviet Union at that time. So, yeah. I could just play this endlessly. It's probably not much to look at, and it's not the first time I've played Tetris or a Tetris variant on the channel, but I have to say this version is done very well. It's super addictive. And you know what? People have said in the comments in the past, it's like, hey, your Tetris game is getting better. And the thing is, there's like, I don't know how many Tetris clones out there for DOS. There's so many. So, by virtue of that, I'm going to have to improve, Oh dear, this isn't good. Oh dear. I'm waiting for one of those long line ones, but it's not coming. It's not happening. And it's scuppering me. I'll probably lose the level because of that. I'm waiting for a specific piece when really I should be thinking about how to best fit the other pieces. And that happens sometimes. Tetris just decides, I'm not giving you the piece you need. Oh, this is rough now. I'm trying to keep that clear, but by doing so, the left and right hand side are coming up. Also, if you haven't played it, I recommend Brad P. Taylor's Fallout. Yeah, I did a review of that a while back, and I think I'm just going to sink this down and get rid of some of those lines, because, yeah, the pressure was on there. Can I navigate this across? I'm not sure I can. This could be a mistake. Oh no, I did. Oh, what a relief. I thought I had made a major mistake there, but it turns out it wasn't too bad. But the problem now is that my previous mistakes are going to come back to haunt me. See, that's not going to fit there, is it? See, there was the piece that I wanted before. And now I don't need it. So, you're too late. You're unwanted. There we go. Hooray! I made it to the next level. And you know what? Even though the music is only sort of start-stop. The fact that the levels go by quite quickly means that it's not too bad. Oh, didn't mean to do that. And it's something I bring up on the regular when I'm playing games I'm not particularly good at. I'm actually better at playing certain games than it would appear, because unless you've actually done it yourself, talking constantly to an audience and playing a game is actually quite challenging. There's lots of jokes people make about, streamers and stuff being casuals that don't know how to play the game. Oh no, I've really messed up here. But a lot of that is actually because your attention is sort of split. See, I'm talking about split attention, and I've made a mistake that will cost me the game here. Yep, this is over. And I know it's over. Because, one thing about being a bad Tetris player is that you know when the game over is coming. Oh dear. Congratulations! Please enter your name. Okay, I am Lonnie. Lonnie, you're number 1 with a score of 1,931. Now, if I feel that is shameful, I have a choice of erasing it entirely. But no, we're going to stick by that. I only made it to level 3. Let's have a look at the more options button here. So we've got music, continuous sound effects, transparent pit, show the scores, show statistics. Sweet. And we can have a timed game here. So let's hit 10 minutes and give it a go. So you'll see there's a little timer in the corner there. And what a first piece to give us. Thanks, Tetris. Ugh. So that forces you into playing more effectively, rather than just waiting for the blocks to drop. And of course, you can always change the blocks last minute, right until they stop moving. But look at that, I've already got a line. Victory is imminent. It's a matter of time for Lonnie now. I sincerely doubt that. I do wonder sometimes, I don't really look at the analytics as much as I should. But I do wonder just how many people actually make it to 20 minutes into my 20-minute videos. I did have one of my patrons say to me a while back, Lonnie, there isn't much need for you to do 20-minute videos, because at that point, people have seen what they needed to see and they can just click off earlier. But I don't know, I like showcasing certain games for, over 20 minutes, because it's a sort of mark of quality with this channel. It's like, if you can go over 20 minutes playing this game, then yeah, it's good. And in this case, this is just a superb bit of engineering, like the original game. And then they've taken that concept and they've been like, right, let's just add some nice little music that's not too obtrusive, and then we'll just improve the graphics a little bit. Now that was interesting. Now you may have spotted it there. Maybe it was the emulation, maybe it was something else. But my brick temporarily paused so that the music could come on there. Not so sure about that now. Was that meant to happen? Or was that a sound font thing as a result of the emulation? And for those who don't know, which will be maybe a handful of you, most of you will, this is the best-selling game of all time. Not this particular version, but the combined versions of Tetris. They've sold more than anything. You name it. Your Marios, your Grand Theft Autos. Tetris has sold more. And with good reason. And a lot of people think because it's so well known, so classic, that, it must have come out in the, early 80s or late 70s, like everything else, you know, like Pac-Man, etc., etc. But no, this came out almost within my lifetime, I believe. You know, I think it was mid-80s, didn't I say? So yeah, I was surprised when I first found that out. I thought Tetris was older because it was such an established name and such a sort of classic game. But no, it's younger than people give it credit for. But that doesn't really mean much, you know. Younger by the standards of this channel is still, you know, really, really old. So, yep. Not much else to say, really. But I'm going to play for 6 more minutes. Just because I want to. Not because I need to. Also, I'm doing quite well. So, I've just, as my missus would say, put a scud on it. Which means, essentially, you know, Murphy's Law, you know, if it's bad, it will happen kind of thing. And now that I've said that things are going well, things will not go well. I like to call it the Lonnie curse in this channel. You may have heard of it before. It's when I say, hey, I'm doing alright at this, inevitably, I end up not doing alright. But you know what? Maybe we can break the Lonnie curse this time round. Oh no. Now, what you're hearing is very interesting. Now, if you're listening to this, there, it's back to normal. This is a problem with the flat-pack version of DOSBox in Linux. Certain flat-pack editions of DOSBox with sound font support have how do you say, you know, distortion. It goes distorted for a minute, then it fixes itself. And I looked this up, I went to the community and I was like, what's going on with this? And their answer was, we don't know. Sorry. We don't know how to fix this. So, yeah. Interesting. I don't know if it happens with my other version of DOSBox. I have multiple versions on the system, as you can imagine, but yeah, with the ones that are running with Exodus, it seems to be an issue. Not entirely sure why, but hey, we're still making lines, and Lonnie is still talking. Not entirely sure, you know, if anyone's still listening, but hey, it's nice to just watch those blocks fall. It's hypnotic, you know. Can you see where I'm putting that specific piece? There's like 4 or 5 of them on that right-hand side at the minute. I'm waiting for the right piece. That's not the right piece, though. Oh, this could cause problems. Yeah, that's not great. Nope, that is not the piece we're looking for. We can go about our business. Move along. Bonus points to anybody who's stayed this long and recognizes that reference. That's right, I've got references. No. This is not looking good. Aha! Now watch this. This is the most satisfying bit. So long as I line this up right. You ready? Hooah! Yeah! Onto a new level. So I've made it to level 3 again. This is where it all goes wrong, but I've only got 3 minutes of level 3. I've timed this very specifically, you know. I knew I had only about 10 minutes of gameplay left. And with each passing level, the blocks appear to fall quicker. So, the onus is on you to know exactly where to put them. Oh, look at that. 3 long ones in a row. Not often you get that. Also, for those who are wondering the controls, it's the arrow keys to move and the up and down arrow keys to rotate. Could not be easier. Anybody can play Tetris, but not everybody can play it well. As evidenced by my poor placement of that. Oh no, it's all gonna go pear-shaped now. They've put me under too much pressure, man. I'm cracking. Nope. Right, there's a long one coming up. if I can just not mess this one up and then place the long one in the right place. Hooray, I got a single line. That makes it all okay. Oh dear. No, this isn't going anywhere that I need it to. I mean, I could slip that down. There we go. Does anyone need to see Lonnie play Tetris for 20 minutes? No, but I'm going to. In fact, I think I already have. It's just that there's 1 minute left of this game. Can I keep going without the clock, without being defeated before the clock counts down? I think if I just let the bricks fall very, very slowly, that will help matters. Yeah, it's not cheating. I'm just trying to avoid the no-win scenario, but it's not going very well. Oh. Well, at least I got another line. That's something, I guess, right? You know, there was probably a conscious decision by the designers not to have the music playing constantly. Not entirely sure whether that was the right idea or not. I've gone on about this several times now. I'm wondering to myself, did they playtest it and think, Tetris players need the music to, you know, not be on all the time? Because I think in the Game Boy version it is. Also, I've made it to level 4. Yeah, I'm as shocked as you are. 18 seconds. Can I hold out? I think we've got this. I think we do. Shockingly, amazingly, Lonnie has made it to level 4, and we got a little countdown noise. 3, 2, 1. Yay! Time over! And we'll look at the score chart here. Congratulations! And look, there's a different score chart for each version of the game. So a single player 10 minutes. Out on top there, wow. Did you see me try and type my name there? You know when you accidentally just miss the keyboard? That's what happened there. I got the wrong letters, and my muscle memory kicked in. So I was like, instead of Lonnie. There we go. Lonnie, level 4, 35 lines. A score that most people could beat. And that's Tetris. What is it? It's Tetris. It's the Spectrum Holobyte version of Tetris from 1992, I believe. Fully polished up with nice VGA graphics, a good soundtrack that sort of comes out of the fray. And yeah, not much more to say about it. You've already been here over 20 minutes, so I'll not keep you. Classic game, should be played by everybody. Brilliant stuff. And if you like me talking about random DOS games, I do it all the time. Feel free to take a look at the hundreds of other videos on the channel, and if you like what you see there, you can always subscribe. And if you can beat Lonnie's score at Tetris, you're probably one of my patrons or members who have no trouble with falling block puzzles. Look at those great names. So yeah, this was a complete triumph of design from the 80s, polished up nicely into VGA for a commercial release, and I loved every minute of it. So yeah, 2 thumbs up. Will be in the top 25. Excellent game. Until next time.